Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today as we get into today's video. Now this is in the midst of the internationals currently being played, and what I am going to do is I am going to give you my thoughts overall tomorrow in terms of England, what we've seen. I will give you a little preview though. Levi Colwill, what a goal clearance save that was. Unbelievable. Thiago Silva-esque. But anyway, there is news to cover. Going to cover that. Tomorrow, we'll have a discussion about England, the way that they're set up, and we'll see how this game finishes, because it's not over yet. So we'll get into all of the nitty-gritty for that tomorrow. But for today, let's check in what's going on, both at Chelsea and outside of Chelsea. There's big pieces of news, and we're going to start off with this information that Fabrizio Romano gave us, which is this. Let's get into it. I'm told that Maresca is having a very good impact on these players on the tactical point of view, and also the results of that have clearly been good. But most important part is the feeling he created with the players. They're all very happy with Maresca, how direct and clear he is. Now, I can't argue this. I gotta be honest. That's the one thing that I loved and noticed about him before, you know, the football we play and the way that the team are playing, but how direct and to the point he is. And that's, I love that. I love that in any manager that can just tell me exactly how it is. Do you know what I mean? And I got to be honest, that's not something I was expecting from Maresca from the beginning. I wasn't at all. You guys remember. I was worried that he'd come in and just be another puppet, just like the others were. Because the others were. Let's not kid ourselves. And even on some level, yes, of course, people might say, yeah, Maresca technically is still somewhat of a puppet. However, when it comes to the footballing decision, right? When it comes to the team, the selection, how they're playing, who should play, who shouldn't play, who gets picked, no puppet has to be involved in that process whatsoever. And right now, everything that he has done in relation to that has been bang on the money. I've got absolutely no worry about that whatsoever. And he's made some really good decisions, both in terms of his selection, in terms of how the players are reacting to him, and in terms of his substitutions, and the timing of his substitutions. More times than not, by a mile, they've all been really good decisions. And the way that he speaks and how to the point he is, and he's straight up, I love that. So keep it up. But it's amazing how Fabrizio has come out with this and saying that all the players are basically behind him. Everything's all good. When we got rid of Poch, we had Fabrizio and we had others all saying that there's a lot of players that are devastated. There's a lot of players that aren't happy. There's a lot of players that are concerned, that are worried, and yeah, rightfully so. At that time, that genuinely seemed like what would have been a good decision before was now being questioned as to whether that was a good decision or not. Because towards the end, it did look like Poch was starting to get into some sort of a rhythm, and there was that fear of disrupting that, and whatever that we managed to finally get our heads out of the water of is now going to what? We're now going to put our heads back in the water? Like, that was what it genuinely felt like. So I thought I'd make that point because it's interesting, not just us as fans, but players who were genuinely concerned. Once Pochettino had left, we know one player in particular who was concerned, and this was no secret, Cole Palmer. Because Cole Palmer had a really good relationship with Pochettino. Maresca's come in, and I think it's pretty obvious. I think he's got a better relationship with more players than what Pochettino had when he was here at Chelsea under his time. So it's amazing what can happen. And this is why I'm mentioning all of this, because the credit goes to Maresca. It does. It goes to Maresca. I've said this before, and I think it's important that this gets into people's heads. It's not about being right, yeah? Because when it comes to Maresca, if he continues like this, I've been very wrong. I've been very wrong in terms of how I thought things would be at the very beginning compared to how it is now. But it has to keep going. It can't just stop We need that continuity. We need that consistency. We need Maresca to have this effect, especially if we get top 4. I'll be here going, listen, Maresca, you've proven me completely wrong. Completely wrong. And I am here at your service, sir. Absolutely. And right now, all that we could possibly ask of Maresca, he is delivering. So for that, fair play. But this is why I mention it, because it's not about being right. It's about trying to get what is best for our football club. And we range our opinions and we put out what we think is best. And there's going to be loads of disagreement because we can't all agree on the same thing. And that's normal. That's fine. Not everyone has to agree on everything. And I wouldn't want it that way. Because if that's just not healthy. So Maresca having this effect right now on this team, I'm genuinely really happy and I'm relieved, to be fair. Because like I said, it's not what I was expecting. And we're seeing that. So credit to Maresca. Because coming from Leicester and coming from that level straight to what's meant to be, look, I don't want to let the standard slip here. We're not meant to just, I'll just pretend everything's okay. It's not. We're meant to be operating as a top-end Premier League club. And that means continuously getting top 4 at the bare minimum. Realistically, we should be in title races every season. And that is on the agenda here. Don't get it twisted. Top 4, I'm letting slide this season because it's realistic. It's the one you take it step by step. We've plummeted to the depths of hell. That top 4, okay. Next season, I'm sorry. Next season, I need title race conversations. Standards have to be put back where they belong. If Maresca is genuinely doing that, from the level that he was at, I am genuinely impressed. I am seriously impressed because it's not every day you see that happen. And in fact, I think he'd be one of a kind. Someone name me a manager that has come directly from the Championship, for example, and all of a sudden has managed to, within 2 seasons, get a team into the title race of the Premier League. Oh, wait. Some people will say Frank Lampard, no, we weren't in the title race. He got us top 4 and then it collapsed after that. This guy, next season, hopefully could take us to a title race. That's what I'm going to hold the club to, like I said. And as much as I did say, look, I will mention this, the owners, I said that if it fails with Maresca, the owners will be held accountable. I will say this though, because we have to be fair. If it works with Maresca, we do get top 4 next season, we are in the title race, the praise will go to the ownership. 100%. Of course it would, because they made the call. And for that, you have to say fair play. If it does work, fair play. So far, so good. I hope it stays that way. But the players seem to be enjoying it, and I'm very happy. Now, if we shift over from the men to the women, I have to say, it's the same story. Actually, it's better. Here it is. A strong start to life as a Blue. Sonia Bumpa is the Barclays Women's Super League Manager of the Month for September. And there she is with a wonderful trophy. Listen, huge congratulations to Sonia. Literally picking up where Emma Hayes left off. And look, we knew this. When she was hired, we knew it. She was a phenomenal hire. She's a Champions League winner. She's won everything that there is to win as a player and as a manager. At Lyon, She was. It was genuinely like, listen, going from Emma Hayes to Sonia Bumpa is like going from prime Jose Mourinho to prime Pep Guardiola. It's flawless. It's just, there's no discussion here. There's no discussion. You've gone from goat to goat. It's just unreal. So Sonia, very happy, fantastic start. And I am waiting. And if I'm not mistaken, the last time this happened was Thomas Tuchel and Emma Hayes, funnily enough. But I am waiting for the men's manager of the month to be revealed. And if it is Maresca, we will have both Chelsea men and women's manager win in the same month. And I think the last time that happened was Tuchel and Emma Hayes, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, we'll see what happens. But Sonia and the women's team are killing it as usual. It is what it is. They just beat Real Madrid, of course, because this is what we do. So big up to the Chelsea women. They have been absolutely phenomenal, and it continues to head that way. Now, there's a certain player, a very interesting player. When it comes to Chelsea scouting, right, and players that we don't really know, that we look at now and go, oh, this is definitely one of them. Renato Veiga. And he said, I'm grateful for what Sporting did for me. 13 years. The coach, Ruben Amorim, decided not to trust me and my career developed abroad. I'm so proud to be at Chelsea. I'm very happy at the club. Imagine if we got Ruben Amorim. Yeah, Renato Veiga wouldn't be a Chelsea player right now. Let's just say that. It just wouldn't happen. But very, very good to hear these sort of words from him. That he's genuinely pleased and happy to be at Chelsea, and he's proud to be a Chelsea player. But listen, I'm looking forward to seeing what impact he's going to have, because Renato Veiga, he doesn't strike me as a player that I have doubt over. He just strikes me as it's hard to pinpoint it. I don't know why, but weirdly I trust him. You know, just his demeanour, just the way that he plays as well. He looks like he's got a ruthlessness to him. Do you see what I complain about in the team sometimes, how we go a bit soft? Renato Veiga doesn't come across like that. He comes across as someone that is genuinely ruthless. And we need that. But he also seems like a genuinely good technical and physical player. Good balance between the two. And now that Cucurella is suspended against Liverpool, I don't think it's going to be given to Chilwell. I think we're going to see Renato Veiga. Now is the time to see what impact he's going to have against the big boys. A team like Liverpool. Our schedule is coming up. Now's the opportunity. So I'm genuinely curious. He's already been quite flexible in terms of how he plays, whether he's on the left-hand side at the defence, coming inside as an inverted fullback, or if you already deploy him into that midfield and you play him there, you can do that too. He's a very flexible player. We did know that when he signed. We did hear about the amount of positions he can play. But he slotted in pretty nicely, and Maresca uses him well. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do against Liverpool. And that's why I've mentioned him, because Liverpool, I'm positive he will be starting that game. And this is your big opportunity, because there is competition, and there's healthy competition in the squad. Cucurella, Veiga. Well, Cucurella's been killing it. Veiga, your chance, my man. So hopefully, let's see Veiga come to the top. Fingers crossed. So that's that. Now, before we jump into some of the news elsewhere, I want to show you something. This is John Terry on Instagram. So he put this picture up. These are all the goals conceded in that 2004-05 season, where we set the Premier League record, which is still the Premier League record for the least amount of goals conceded in a Premier League season. And there they are. There's all 15 of them, right? There's all 15. And if you realise, there's only one loss, which is the second one. That's when Anelka scored, and we lost 1-0 to Man City at Main Road. This is what he said. Read this. I recently got sent this list of the 15 goals we conceded in 04-05. I can't help but be annoyed, but also very proud to be part of a great team. You might wonder, right? You might wonder, annoyed? Why is he annoyed? Keep reading. Going over the games and goals, in my head, thinking this should be 10 or less. Records are there to be broken, but I'm not sure 15 goals conceded in the Premier League will ever be beat. And he tagged Petr Cech. Petr Cech went on to respond to him, and I'll show you this actually. Check this out. So he responded saying, I just realised I didn't play the last two. And he said, neither did I, mate. I had an operation on my toe, so I would be fit for pre-season. So me and you only conceded 13. But did you see what JT said? Such a record that won't be touched again. No one is touching this record again. I defy anyone to think they can touch this record. Go on. I dare you to try. There's two records that will not be touched ever again. One is this. 15 goals conceded in the Premier League season. No one's coming close to that ever again. Second one is going 86 games unbeaten at home in a row. Man City are currently on 50, I think. I think they're currently on 50. Yeah, you got 36 to go, lads. It's not happening. It's not happening. We went 4 years unbeaten at home. And that was Mourinho's first time. And then a bit of Avram Grant afterwards. And then I think we did end up losing. I forgot under who. But basically, those are 2 records that won't be touched. JT, the mentality. I'm mentioning this because I want to stress it to the current Chelsea players. Strive for this mentality. He's still complaining. He's looking and going, it should have been 10 or less. It should have been 10 or less. He's not taking no for an answer. A record like 15, which is absolutely outstanding. It's like going and getting a double star in your exams, right? Nah, he said we could have got a triple star. So I'm not happy. If you want to win, that's what you got to have. That's what you got to have. If you want to get to the top and stay there. Mentality, man. JT. Psst. We love you, JT. We love you. And the whole crew. Them, Blamps, Czech, Didier, Estelot. What a team. So let me know your thoughts down below on that one. How do you stand on that? Because I think it's a shining example and I hope the current Chelsea boys can learn a lot from that. So, let's move before we end. Gareth Southgate has spoken. Check this out. So he says, I won't coach in the next year for sure, as he plays down links with the Man United job. He says, I'm certain of that. I need to give myself time to make good decisions. It's an important step and I need time. Said at ECA via this journalist, I forgot his name, Simon Stone, that's the one. Gareth Southgate is basically not managing anywhere. So that's that. Man United, don't worry, you're safe for now. They've still got Ten Hag, so it's all good. Anyway, Southgate not managing. I'm not surprised overall, and I'm genuinely curious. I think he's making a mistake, if I'm honest. Right now is a good chance to, try and keep the momentum going. I think after a certain amount of time, people are just going to forget about Gareth Southgate. And I don't think he'll land a big job. The longer he lets us go, the more his chances are of not getting a top job. So anyway, it's his call. It's his life. He does what he wants. So good luck to him. And genuinely, I wish him good luck because, as much as we had our ups and downs with him for the England job, but there were some ups and there were some memorable ups that we won't ever forget. Unfortunately, there was no trophy, but we did come pretty close. Anyway, let's move to the last thing to talk about before we end. Some clarity. So, Man United fullback Noussair Mazraoui has successfully undergone a minor precautionary corrective procedure after experiencing palpitations. This is a relatively common condition, as he's expected to make a full recovery and be available for selection within the next few weeks. There was a rumour going around that he had a heart problem and he's out for months, 2 months, 3 months. Because of that heart problem, and now it's been clarified that no, he's had a small little procedure because he did have some palpitations. That doesn't sound great, I've got to be honest, because that's not what you want to hear. But apparently it's not too dangerous, so he'll be fine. I'm glad. I'm not talking rivalry here or anything. On a human level, I'm just glad, right? And I hope he's okay. So let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. I will catch all of you tomorrow for what will be a double upload. We will talk about the internationals and then we will go into the news later on in the day. So hit the subscribe button, notification bell on. Do not forget as well, check out the socials. So Insta, right here. Make sure you're following. I'm active on there. And Twitter, right here. Make sure you're following too. Links in the description. I'm very active there. So I'll see all of you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. Look after yourselves. Take care. And peace.